Jaguar Nation, welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Coca-Cola, Ochsner Health, Tony's Seafood, Dow Chemical, Manda's Meat, Exxon Mobil, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins, where each week we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. Of course, we come to you each week about 7 times on TV, and of course you can catch us anytime at your convenience on our YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Coach, jumping right into it, great homecoming spoiler in Pine Bluff. The Jaguars go up to UAPB and beat the Golden Lions 34-7. But Coach, it had to be one of our best outings of the year. You actually got 2 record-breaking performances. Kobe Dillon, freshman running back, runs for the SWAC and Southern single-season game rushing record, 267 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, and was just electrifying with his carrying of the football. But then you also got 3 perfectly timed interceptions from Chase Foster, Southern Lab product at that.
That's right.
You know, and just Johnny on the spot each time, played the perfect defense. Coach, you had to be pleased with those performances.
Very happy with, as a team as a whole. They came back Sunday after the last game and just went to work, put their heads down and said, well, we want to go to work, and it showed Saturday.
Got to give a nod to Leonard Tillery, the SWAC running back GOAT. It was Tillery's record that Kobe Dillon broke. Leonard actually ran for 247 in one game in 2016, and he actually broke his own record 3 times. So that was his tops. Coach, the other good thing about that game was we got a chance to get the exciting player Ladarius Skelton back into our offense. He had a chance to come home to Pine Bluff and throw a touchdown as well as get a real critical first down rush. Had to be good to get him back in the fold.
It's good. He's such a veteran and a great team player. He's won so many games for us. It was good to see him get back on the field and get healthy and contribute to our win.
All right, Coach, let's jump into those first half highlights and show the Jaguar Nation exactly what happened on the field in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Absolutely beautiful day for football. Absolutely great special teams play right here. As you can see, the Jaguars shutting down the Golden Lions. Again, great play. Tyron Nash right there. And then one of Chase's first interceptions right there, picked it at its highest point, just like you practice it, Coach.
That's his baseball background. He likes to tell us that he can judge a ball,
Kobe Dillon rips one for 40. You could see nobody was even close. Absolutely gorgeous run from Kobe Dillon to start the scoring. Luke Jackson with the extra point. Score is 7-0 at this juncture. Here we go, back on defense. Great defensive stop right here by Tyron Nash, Cameron Peterson. And then there's that man again, Chase Foster, with his second interception of the day. You knew it was going to be a special day when a young man gets 2 interceptions that soon.
Yes, indeed. He prepares so well, and he's so smart that he kind of knew where the ball was going before it actually was thrown.
Coach, you saw Kobe run for 7. Then Skelton's going to run for an important 3 yards and a first down. Then McDaniel's going to hit Washington for 5. Unfortunately, we end up punting. Here we are, back on the move. You'll see Kobe running for 11. And then you're going to see Kobe run for 14. Then you're going to see, yes, he is. Then you're going to see him right here making a great cut to the outside. And boom, just like that, up the gut, another touchdown. Just an electrifying player, Coach. He's come on the scene and shown that he can play football at this level.
He's so patient that, he never, just waited his turn, made it. When it was his turn, he just went out and performed.
That's what it's all about. Here you see another great special teams play from the Jaguars. Coach, when you can pin somebody deep or you can disrupt what they're trying to do in special teams, you got a really great opportunity to win.
You know, they're one of the better special teams unit in our conference as far as the returners. And so we tried to kick the ball in different spots so that they couldn't get a bead on it and set up a return.
You saw a great run right there by Jaguar Washington as he takes it in for a score. We kick off. Here's another great defensive play. Complete the pass, but only get 3 yards. Great stop right there on defense. Good rush. Great special teams play again, Coach. Johnny on the spot covering the ball player.
Carline Davis and Cardell Caldwell, you know, they're our special teams guys, and they do a really good job.
Great pass defense right there. Coach, your team just seemed to have a nice pep in their step as they came out in this first half. We're up, you know, as we go into the halftime, and you had to be really pleased with the performance in the first half.
You know, we just wanted to stay focused and keep playing one play at a time.
When we come back, we're going to show you exactly what happened in the second half of the UAPB game on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Stay with us.
Our Jaguars run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
Cats down by 58 with 1 minute left.
Hey, where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has this costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
They said I was small, weak, said my heart wasn't strong enough. But I showed them what heart looked like, again and again and again. Mom got me the right care, the right doctors with Blue Cross coverage. Don't let people tell you who you are. Show them the right card, the right care.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Coach, we're up 21-0 at the half. What do you tell your team to guard from a letdown after such a great first half of football?
You always tell them the scoreboard is a liar. So if you look at the scoreboard, it's going to tell you what it wants you to know. Mm-hmm. If you're up by a lot, it'll tell you to relax. If you're down by a lot, it'll tell you to give up. So the scoreboard is a liar. Just keep playing one play at a time.
I like that. Coach, great play out of FIU transfer Jordan Woods. He had a sack, 3 tackles for loss, and you could really tell he gave the defense a spark, especially with all the injuries we've had on defense.
Well, he just got cleared. That was his first game to play for us. So he was big in the middle. He's 6'4", 330, and he was just a massive force inside that was able to push the pocket. So he gave us a big spark, and it helped our run defense tremendously.
Ray Anderson also had a big game, 2 big sacks, and just played like a man possessed, Coach.
It was good. Ray's finally getting back healthy and rounding back into form. So it was good to see him make those plays that we know he can make.
Coach, if not for a holding penalty, Craig Nelson would have had 120 yards on the ground. You would have had 2 100-yard rushers on this day. What we got to do to get rid of those penalties, Coach?
I mean, those things, I tell you what, we talk about them, we work, we have betterments after practice for them. It's all about just technique again, just keeping your hands in the right place. And it's great effort, but just channel the effort in the right areas.
Well, one thing about the running game, Coach, if you can control the clock with the ground game, 9 times out of 10 you can win some ball games.
That's kind of our focus. Run the ball well and stop the run, and then get the 3rd down and have a little fun.
Let's jump into those second half highlights and show the folks what happened at the UAPB homecoming game. There you see first play from the halftime. Kobe Dillon, 75 yards up the gut. Not a man wasn't even 10, 12 yards close to him. Special player, special play, Coach.
Very well blocked run play where he got it untouched. Our big guys up front kind of handled their pressure really well.
There you have it. Then you see a great play by Glenn Brown, a sack, one of Ray's first sacks. Then you get a nice fumble, unfortunately, right here, Coach.
Got up in the sun and lost it in the sun and muffed the punt, which we can't have that.
Great defense right there, shutting down their quarterback. Some more great play right there. You see an interception.
Glenn Brown
got him one.
Yes.
Ethan Howard on the nice catch and run.
That was good for Glenn to answer the muff punt, not allow him to score after that muff punt. So
right.
It was good for him to get that happen.
Absolutely, Coach. There you see the UAPB kicker doinking off the upright. Great cutback right here, Coach.
Yeah, Chandler Whitfield, he's a very explosive player. So it was good to see him get the ball in his hands and show what he can do in the open field. Another
great play right there. Coach, looks like your offense really was clicking on this day.
They came in, they had a great week of practice and a great week of preparation. So it showed this Saturday night.
Chase Foster with his 3rd INT on the UAPB logo.
If we could have got him up the sideline, he may have scored right there. So he may be a great baseball player, but he runs in the dark.
Luke Jackson with another field goal. Here we get a great block punt, Coach. Again, special teams making big plays. A good sack right here by Liston Barber. That's not a name we've heard a lot of, but he's playing well.
He is. He's in the depth, you get to play a lot, then they can play crucial times in the game. So it was good to see him get in and make some plays.
Great defensive stop right there after the catch. Finally, UAPB gets on the board as the game is over. Final score, 34-7 Jaguars. Absolutely gorgeous fall day to play football, Coach. UAPB folks were very, very nice, but happy to get out of there with that W. And this is the start of the winning that we need, Coach.
Absolutely. We take it one game at a time, and we just want to be 1-0 at the end of each week, and we're 1-0 last week.
When we come back, we're going to have our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Stay with us. Around these parts, when you think of seafood, you think Tony's Seafood. Serving Baton Rouge for over 60 years with the freshest seafood caught from Louisiana waters. You can get a variety of fresh fish, fresh and boiled crawfish, crabs, and shrimp. A deli with some of the most delicious food you'll ever taste. For your SU or LSU tailgates, holiday parties, or just because. You just can't beat the flavor or the service at Tony's Seafood. Come and see us today.
Who built the most experienced orthopedic robotic surgery team in South Louisiana? Ochsner did. Who is the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans? We are. Who will shape the future for injury and joint treatment for our community? We will. Ochsner's innovative orthopedics and sports medicine team is dedicated to restoring every patient to a life free of pain so they can enjoy the activities they value most. Ochsner Health. Innovating healthcare.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
In the beginning, taking the COVID vaccine was a hard no for me. I take vaccines, but for some reason, it all felt rushed. And honestly, I don't always trust the government. I got COVID myself, and people in my community are dying from the Delta variant. The numbers don't lie. After doing more research, getting vaccinated was the right choice for me. More than 200 million Americans have taken the vaccine, and it's now FDA approved. My only regret is not taking it sooner. The COVID vaccine saves lives. It's that simple.
I think Southern gave me the tools to be successful in the future. Going through those courses really helped me and trained my brain to look at things from outside of the box and be more creative. After graduating from Southern, I started working at Dow. I've had great success, great experiences here, and I am a Dow employee through and through.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Of course, each week in this segment, we talk about our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. Coach, who are the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, offensively, tough choice, but Kobe Dillon. Defensively, Chase Foster, and our special teams, Cordell Caldwell.
You gotta love it, a tough choice. Coach, in addition to the Jerry Lane Players of the Week in this segment, we always have our player interviews after the game. And after the game, Joe Dupree and I caught up with a couple of those same people, Kobe Dillon, Chase Foster, and Ray Anderson, who had a very nice interview. And Joe Dupree filed this report.
Well, Todd, it was a great game here at UAPB. We definitely understood the assignment. I am here with Kobe Dillon. And Kobe, listen, a SWAC single-day rushing record, 267 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell me, how did it feel running behind that O-line today?
I mean, all hats off to them. I mean, we come out of practice every day.
How much does that kid weigh, Coach?
212.
212.
200.
He's a pretty big boy.
The outcome was outstanding. Look, let's talk about
what is
your
he?
vision
How
as
fast
you were
is he
running
running
some
40?
of those
He's a
touchdowns.
legit 4-5
How did that
kid.
feel?
4.5.
One of the fastest ones on the team.
Mm-hmm.
He's the fastest running back.
Coach preach day by day. And there it is.
What do we do to keep this momentum as we go further on in SWAC play?
Practice. Coming out day by day,
right. Go back
getting
to work.
better.
Ray, the defense showed up today and showed out. I know that was a good feeling because the defense has been having a few issues. You had 2 instrumental sacks. So how did it feel on defense today?
It felt great. As a defense as a whole, we know that throughout the season we've been struggling. Everybody has the idea that we've been in the weak part of the team, the weak link of the team. We took that personal coming into this week. No, we had a big challenge to get ahead of us. A big shout out to the UAPB team. They had a good game plan coming against us. I feel like we did everything that we needed to do to execute and get off the field with a W.
Y'all definitely did what you needed to do. Seems to be you've been working on the tackling and on the wrapping folks up. I saw a lot of that as I was filming today. Let's talk about that. How did that feel out there?
Absolutely. It felt great. As a defense, we want to be fast, physical, and smart. We're trying to get 11 guys to the ball every single play, ripping at the ball when you can. But at the end of the day, we know that things are going to happen. Missed tackles happen. But when you got 2, 3, 4 guys getting to the ball, you're always going to get them to the ground. We put extra emphasis on that in practice. A big shout out to Coach Rollins emphasizing that, and the defensive coordinator throughout the week. And it was nice to be able to see it and execute it today after the game.
It was an exciting night here at Pine Bluff. And I'm here with Chase Foster. First, Chase, after that injury, how you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. Just a little tweak with the ankle, but everything's fine now.
Oh, you did your thing, man. Whatever tweaked is untweaked. Listen, you had a record-setting night. 3 interceptions out of the 4 total interceptions. Let's talk about that. What were you seeing with the quarterback with those first 2 interceptions that really, I believe, set the pace for the whole game?
Yes, sir. Just my job, just doing my job and just dropping in my zone, just reading the quarterback's eyes. They say the quarterback's eyes will take you to the ball, and that's what happened.
There's been a lot of criticism of the defense, but it seemed to be today you understood your assignment, and you told the critics, not today, not with Southern. So how do we move forward in SWAC play to keep this momentum?
Yes, sir. We're just going to keep being physical, keep being dominant, keep being fast. We worked hard on this week, making sure everybody does their 111, and that happened today. Definitely
it did. And Todd, you heard it right here on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Ray. Thanks, Chase. And thanks, Kobe. Great performance by all you young men. Coach, still lots of work to do. What does Coach Jason Rollins feel is the most pressing things that you got to work on after the UAPB game?
Everything, everything, offense, defense, and special teams, everything has to improve. You got to keep climbing.
Keep climbing. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Homecoming 2021 this weekend on the Bluff versus the Prairie View Panthers, the hot Prairie View Panthers, and the former SU assistant Eric Dooley. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Our Jaguars run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
They said I was small, weak, said my heart wasn't strong enough. But I showed them what heart looked like, again and again and again. Mom got me the right care, the right doctors with Blue Cross coverage. Don't let people tell you who you are. Show them the right card, the right care.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Coach, next assignment up, Prairie View Panthers Homecoming 2021. They're coming off of a 35-29 win over Bethune-Cookman sit at 5-1 on the season, 4-0 in the SWAC West. Coach, what do we know about PV and what they like to do on offense and defense?
They're a very explosive offense. They like to throw the ball down the field. If a big transfer quarterback from Louisville, they can spin it. So it's going to be a good game.
On defense, what do they like to do? They like to play downhill? Or
defense, they are swarming. They blitz a lot of moving parts. Several different fronts, bringing guys from the corner, blitzing safeties, blitzing backers. So play an exciting brand of football.
So you guys got to be heads up.
Absolutely. It's just like every other SWAC game that everybody comes to play hard.
Coach, how are you managing your first homecoming as a head coach?
Taking it one day at a time, I tell you that.
All right. Well, last question, Coach. Where are we with injuries and who's coming back this week?
Well, right now we're looking pretty good. Everyone is questionable that was out, so I think by Saturday we'll have a good picture.
All right, well, there you have it from the coach. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
I've always been a person that was very interested in learning how things worked. I got introduced to engineering from Southern University in Baton Rouge, and I think Dow and Southern really helps that as a woman in engineering. Coming to Dow, I just feel like I'm doing so much with my degree. It's just gonna take me so many places. The company is so wide and so expansive, you can go anywhere, you can do anything.
In the beginning, taking the COVID vaccine was a hard no for me. I take vaccines, but for some reason, it all felt rushed. And honestly, I don't always trust the government. I got COVID myself, and people in my community are dying from the Delta variant. The numbers don't lie. After doing more research, getting vaccinated was the right choice for me. More than 200 million Americans have taken the vaccine, and it's now FDA approved. My only regret is not taking it sooner. The COVID vaccine saves lives. It's that simple.
Around these parts, when you think of seafood, you think Tony's Seafood. Serving Baton Rouge for over 60 years with the freshest seafood caught from Louisiana waters. You can get a variety of fresh fish, fresh and boiled crawfish, crabs, and shrimp. A deli with some of the most delicious food you'll ever taste. For your SU or LSU tailgates, holiday parties, or just because. You just can't beat the flavor or the service at Tony's Seafood. Come and see us today.
Who built the most experienced orthopedic robotic surgery team in South Louisiana? Oct18 did. Who is the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans? We are. Who will shape the future for injury and joint treatment for our community? We will. Oct18's innovative orthopedics and sports medicine team is dedicated to restoring every patient to a life free of pain so they can enjoy the activities they value most. Oct18 Health. Innovating healthcare.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
Welcome back. All we want to tell you is be smart in whatever you do. Enjoy homecoming 2021 and go Jags.